This is done. All right, first order of business is to read and approve the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes from the previous meeting? You want to read them now? Okay, if everyone's had a chance, can I get a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make a motion. I'll second it then.
Anybody object? We never have, and if anyone ever does, I'm gonna wonder. I'm gonna go, excuse me?
You know who was famous for that? Sue Basson. Remember? She'd ask, she'd go through the whole thing. She said, I have an objection. On the third paragraph, on the fourth page, there's a period missing.
Yeah, or the.
Remember? Or there'd be some kind of misspelled, one word is misspelled. It's like, really? Seriously?
Yeah, there was there was a grammar problem. Did you catch it, Jay? No.
I knew you would. And thank you for not objecting.
It affects the.
All right, next order of business, I just got to check and see if anyone has got any potential conflicts for this evening's business.
No, sir.
No.
Thanks. We don't have any old business to conduct. That's right, John. JL?
Yep.
Okay, so new business. We've got this application that for Downing Farm that everybody has seen. Just for the rest of the board's edification, 3 of us did meet with this group earlier today and spent some time walking the site. You got the invite, I hope. I did send an email out asking if anyone wanted to attend, so.
I don't recall seeing it, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, if you didn't get
I
it,
may have not. It just may have not.
if either one of you didn't get it for some
I
reason,
didn't see it, but I may have missed it also.
okay.
Yeah.
So we spent about a half hour with each folks today, and I'll let them share what the outcome of that conversation was. So we'll turn the meeting over to you. We just ask that as you stand up, you state your name and your role in this process. And I do have to swear you in. So if you're all going to speak, I can do that now. Let me do that. Do you affirm that the statements that you were about to make are true to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, the floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Armand Diaz. This is Santiago Coker, the architect on the project. We also have the landscape architect here, DJ Noyes from Forest Street Design, and the site engineer, Dan Proper from Proper Mulberry. The owner is Jenna Mack, and she's not here this evening. I'm going to turn this over to Santiago. Start from the project.
I don't know if you've had a chance to look at any of the submissions, so I'll just start at the beginning. We have this wonderful property, this in both transparency and there is the community access is up and come way down heading east to west. And the views, there's an existing house up here, and the views are basically towards the southeast. And they're back outside. And the client has asked us to remove the existing drive that's coming in off of 27A and improve the existing farm lane coming in off of Niagara Road. So we prepared the submission following the existing farm lane through Antrim. There's a stream coming in on the west side and another stream on the east side. And this whole shaded area is the 150-foot wetlands buffer around these streams. So currently there is a farmland here. And it follows the topography very nicely, and I think it's been there for many, many years. There's a little gate here. And we were proposing to follow the existing farm lane, but we met out at the site today and we all agreed that coming in within 10 feet or so of the culvert that's over here was
Problematic.
a little problematic. Thank you. And so we agreed that if we shifted the entrance over, that we were about 55 feet off the culvert. It would improve the existing farm lane, and it would also improve the current situation. Because right now that gate is very, very close to the existing culvert. So I have a lot of other documents here that I can share with you.
Would you just bear with me one moment? Sharon, can I show you and Will what we looked at today?
Sure.
So you'll get a better sense.
So this is the only part that's here.
Right, the rest is in Copac. So we met. We met today. And stood right on the culvert that runs underneath the road. That's the stream. And that's the farm lane that she's referred to. And they're within about 10 feet. So what we suggested might help the situation is to move the entrance from here further down this way and bend around this knoll that's here, so you wouldn't have to go up and over it. So that's basically what we talked about doing.
That stream will is, well, both of those are seasonal. They usually dry up.
Both the streams are seasonal.
Yep.
But it's still a driveway through the wetland, right?
Well, there's really no wetland there.
Well, isn't that what was just?
It's a buffer zone.
Buffer.
There's no wetlands there.
So it's a buffer for this seasonal works. Yeah.
But it's an existing farm lane that's been mowed for years and years. And that's.
So, yeah, when farm lanes mean, to me, that means that you don't use them when they're muddy. You only use them when they're dry, right? I mean, they can be, we used to have a lot of farm lanes, but it's not like they're used all season, right? So.
Well, I've been on it in 3 seasons so far.
Mhm.
And it hasn't been muddy.
Well, they're gonna improve it. I mean, they're gonna
Sure.
make a driveway out of it, so they're gonna follow the existing farm lane, but they're gonna improve it and make it a 12-foot wide with drainage and all that, so.
Okay, thank you.
I will say that we walked a little further up. And there's another spot that is currently shown as 48 feet away from the stream. And so based on our discussion, we will modify that to keep that 55 feet away too, so that nowhere along this driveway would we be within 55 feet.
Okay.
Of the stream. Thank you.
Any other comments that you would like to make? Questions from the board? 3 of us don't have many.
You're
because
gonna
we asked them
remove
all.
the other road, correct? You're gonna remove the existing driveway going to the front now that's been there forever?
Yeah.
Put it back to field? That'll be weird.
Mine.
So there's,
I've seen, I mean, I had the farm down on the corner. Right on the 27A and 7, that's where I grew up there, so I knew that guy, and that's just always been. When you're used to look at something your whole life, and then all of a sudden it's not there anymore, it's like, wow, that's weird.
I hope it'll be nice.
Oh, I mean, sure it will be. I'm just saying, you know, for me, I'm used to the milk truck going in and out of there and everybody over the years, and then when it's not there anymore, it's kind of a strange thing, you know, to have the road come in off of Niver Road, because Niver Road, I used to plow that for the town when I plowed snow for them and stuff, so.
It's a little hard to have that, but
Yeah,
you can. Maybe a lot safer.
I had troubles finding the driveway on 27A. I wanted to see it, and I still haven't found it. But,
white fence.
The fences on each side.
When you pull out of Niver Road, when you go up to the top of the hill, it's right there.
maybe I didn't know how far to go through this option. As you say, the view is beautiful from the south. And putting the road in, it's there now, but putting in an academy road, I'm not too sure what should be.
This is a track, 2 tracks, so it'll still look like a farm lane
Okay.
with just 2 tracks that your tires follow.
Two small triangles.
Okay, oh, I didn't understand that.
It's 100%.
With a grass strip in the middle,
Yeah,
really?
gonna keep it very, farm lane.
Oh, I didn't understand that either.
Yeah.
Grass strip in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
But they're gonna be asphalt, correct?
Road be paved and then.
Yeah.
Construction and then ultimately.
So it gives the lawnmower guy something to do.
And the
Lawnmower and leaf blower.
plow guys really have to tell.
Aside from the work that you're going to do to the track, the major work is going to be the turning, am I correct? The part that is close to
The end.
entrance, yeah. So my question, oh, that changes, almost changes my question, because I was going to ask, wouldn't a road that I'm thinking of is an asphalt road, ruin the view, but you made it look like a farm. So what is, aside from the fact that the existing farm road comes in from 27, a busy street, and it may be problems with turning out. Is there a problem with making that road as beautiful?
Yeah.
It can't be done.
Well, it would really have a negative impact on the house, because I don't know if you can see this from here, but, so that the house is, the new house is going to be right here. And so you would really see this driveway. Whereas with all the buffer of all this, natural vegetation here, you'll never see this driveway from the house. So it's gonna be just the view out this way, you can see miles, like, first you see some hills in the distance, but then you see even more hills beyond. Just heavenly.
Plus she owns the property south of Nivers Road and wants a connection to that part of the property as well.
So the green part there that you showed us first, that's a buffer
Yes.
to a wetlands. Where's the wetlands?
It's not a wetland, it's to the streams.
The streams?
Yes.
Intermittent.
Okay.
Intermittent
So
streams.
these are intermittent streams right in the middle. That kind of work their way through and come together and merge
Okay.
on the side of the street. In here, you can't even see it, it's completely,
I built a lot of driveways in my day, and roads, town spec roads, never have I ever seen anybody ask for a driveway like that.
what do you think?
I think it's pretty good. I think it's gonna be a pain in the neck to maintain. And the center would have to be the same grade as the blacktop, otherwise the snowplow guy's gonna pull his hair out. Well, not he won't, but the guy that's gonna put the grass back in the spring will.
Yeah, we had that conversation with Brett today.
He's probably gonna learn some new words after that.
Well, we're open to suggestions on how to make it easier for rep.
The only thing you could do with that, and it's could be very hard to do, is keep the center grade a little bit lower than the blacktop. So the plow rides on the blacktop. It's the only way you can do that. Otherwise, you're gonna have the biggest mess you've ever seen in your life. Believe me.
We don't want that.
No, I'm serious, because I plow snow, so I know the deal, you know. There's a lot of driveways that I plow that are dirt. That have that grass strip because it doesn't get the traffic to wear the grass off. So if you don't hold the plow up,
Time, yeah.
gives it a haircut.
So the net of the updated submission that you're making is that you'll be looking for a variance of 95 feet from the 150 feet that we've got right now. Okay, and did I hear you say that at one point it got as close as 48 feet, or did I misunderstand that?
No, up in the next section.
Up in Copac.
Not quite.
Oh,
okay.
oh, it's still in it?
Right before you get it. There's a spot here where it pinches a little bit,
Okay,
and so
That work as well.
we're gonna eliminate that pinch.
all right, and you'll get these drawings updated and back to us so that we can show them to one of the outside consultants that we use.
Yes.
When do you think might be able to get that done?
We'd love to be on the agenda for the next meeting. What would you think?
Tomorrow,
What do you think, Jay? A week from now should give Nan enough time, right?
So. So our next meeting is going to be August 28th. And
I have to go to them.
It's the new process that has been put in place, but it's mostly put in place for her to be helping the applicants ensure the completeness of the applications. As opposed to not looking for necessarily for professional opinions from her on whether or not we should grant the variance. That's up to this board.
So assuming that you want to schedule the public hearing.
Yep.
For August 28th and do the referral to the planning board tonight to be on the agenda August 3rd, they should look at the updated maps. So August 3rd would be the latest.
Part of our process, sorry, Carol, go ahead.
I thought we were getting rid of it, going back to the planning board.
It's still the law.
It's still the law.
Yeah, we haven't changed it.
That needs to be changed.
Yes.
It will be. Yeah, we're gonna,
Work.
we have a process in the zoning law right now where when we have an applicant come before us like you, we send the application over to the planning board for an advisory opinion. It's a non-binding opinion. But it is something that we have historically done, likely to change in the future because anyway, that's, so if we get the updated map from you by August 3rd, that should allow us time to get the referral back from the planning board and still hold the public meeting on August 28th.
That's Thursday, August 3rd. So that's hard copies here, digital copies.
Well, both would be great.
And you may also wish to attend the planning board meeting on August 3rd at 7 p.m. because I will put you on the agenda. Which will be finalized in the next day.
What's the purpose? I mean, kind of, what's the purpose of the?
Just so they can review it and give us their opinion. It doesn't mean that if they say something, doesn't mean that you're not gonna get it. It's just they look at it and they say, well, that's okay, it's not okay, it's our concern, he should move to here, he should move to. It's just a formality is basically
Well,
what
we
it is.
should. But no, you're not gonna use that.
No,
No,
I think Jay is right. It would be helpful if you.
somebody should probably be there to answer questions.
We have the propane fund board.
Oh,
I believe their meetings start at 6:30 or 7:30. There's a slight difference. The planning board starts at 7. So, based on what time their meeting starts, I could kind of wiggle the agenda.
That's very.
yeah, just
Like if
put your
you're
finger
already
back.
gonna be up the road and do wish to attend, otherwise they would look at the map on their own.
The Big Planning Board is held first Thursday of every month, beginning at 7 p.m.
That's okay.
That is Big.
But if you're not there, it's not the end of the world, because they're just gonna look at it and they'll make a recommendation.
There's enough of us. We can spread out.
So for your planning board, there's no presentation, you just need to be here to answer questions.
Right. Right, they'll have the maps and the other documentation that you've given us to take a look at.
And you can explain to them that we made a field inspection. What you explained to them was our recommendation to mitigate the distance between the culvert pipe. And that we were good with it, and whatever they come up with.
That's very helpful.
Could we bring our plan to that meeting? So same day you're going to do.
Yeah.
We'll bring the hard copy. We'll get electronic before that, then we'll bring the hard copy.
Jay is also the clerk for the planning board, so.
So basically what happens if you don't make that deadline, they wouldn't be able to review it, which could probably have an impact on the August meeting for the ZBA. There would be a missing. Okay.
Will
We can do it.
will we get those comments before that meeting?
You would get their comments prior to the August ZBA meeting, and you should get the planner's comments also prior to the August ZBA meeting.
We will get a written statement from them with their opinion and whatever, supporting facts they would like to identify to us, so.
What's your control?
Nan, are you familiar with her? Yeah, she's an extremely well-known expert that's spoken in front of Congress and so on, so she's a very, very well-known lady. Okay, any other questions from the board? Sharon? Will?
No.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Love your videos.
Sorry.
Love your videos. That's.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we spent several years trying to get that implemented and up and working, so it's quite helpful for presentations and when you got 40 people on Zoom, which we can have, so
That's, yeah. Thank you.
Have a good night.
thank you.
The lead agency and then a vote, conditional vote to schedule the public hearing and then that submission. August.
So could I get a,
I make the motion, we just do what you said.
let's do it
I couldn't
separately.
repeat that.
I need a motion,
make the
to make, the ZBA the lead agency.
That we be the lead agency and.
So let's second that.
Plan that hearing for the last.
Got to do it separately.
Separate.
Okay,
Do I have a second to the motion?
Second,
okay, somebody make the next motion.
your turn.
My turn.
Okay, so the next motion is to schedule a public hearing for August 28th at 7 p.m. conditioned on receipt of updated maps by August 3rd.
Motion. We
Repeat that exactly.
schedule a public hearing on August 28th, conditioned on receipt of the maps. Updated maps
August 28th.
at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Conditional upon receiving the maps by August 3rd.
by August 3rd.
Second,
I'll second it.
Anyone object? Okay. Are there any other points that anyone would like to discuss tonight or bring up or?
We gotta work on the planning board thing.
It's in motion. It's,
Too many steps to something that doesn't need to be that.
well, the planning board agrees to that, that there's no. There's.
I mean, both boards have perfectly capable people on it. There's no sense of back and forth playing volleyball on something that doesn't need to be done.
Yeah, well, I think these folks are gonna get a little bit more of a challenge, with that setback than, than we spent talking about tonight, but having visited that site. When I first looked at the map, I was pretty concerned about how close it was, but visiting the site and seeing the size of that stream and their willingness to move it, quite a bit.
If you think about it, the town road crosses. You know what I mean? So you're really not,
Which is getting oiled tomorrow. So,
yeah, it's getting oil and stone, so. But if you think about it, what they're doing. Keeping it grass and as close, I've never seen that before, and I've been working it most of my life. I've
That's-
never seen
That's gonna be
anybody,
pretty hefty bill to do that.
oh. You don't even know. But to keep everything grass and have 2 paved blacktop strips. That's pretty amazing, actually.
Well, it certainly is
But a
in
very
keeping with the rural
expensive-
character of the community.
Yeah.
Okay, can I have a motion to?
Why, yes, you can. I'll
Close the
make a
meeting?
motion, we can go home.
Okay. Anyone object? Well, we need a second. Go ahead,
Oh, I
second.
have to do that. I'll second that.
All right, no objections?
No, we can.
Well, a quorum is 3 and we're missing Ron Brandt tonight.
She's just itching to vote is what it is.
That's. Well, it was,
Well, she's definitely a willing participant. I mean, you went to the site, you put your socks on the outside of your pants, and you're ready to go. I'm telling you.
I put on.
here, Jay, I took this
I
today
got
to
news
bring
for
out
you.
the
There's
site.
no
with
way
me.
I
Let
was
me give
walking
that
up
back
the
to you.
top of that hill. Cause I was on a job 2 weeks ago over at Donna Peck's and the ticks. I got off the machine on bulldozed ground and the ticks were so bad.
Really?